a beautiful morning. You're welcome to Women's Corner. My name is Rose Blossom, and of course, it's always good to be here. Today is quite very different from yesterday, of course, because we know we talked about politics yesterday. But today we're coming back to the usual, to the very normal, where every woman will get so interested because it has to do with beauty. Anyways, my name is Rose Blossom. Remember, this program runs from 11 a.m. to 12 noon every Monday through Friday, and you can always join us live on Facebook and on YouTube at Galaxy Television, of course, and Galaxy TV News. We also have different YouTube channels which you can like, subscribe, and share, and that is Galaxy TV Vibes, Galaxy TV Comedy, and of course Galaxy TV Entertainment. We also have Facebook and Twitter accounts at Galaxy TV News and Galaxy TV Entertainment. Also, we have our app on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store, so you can type in Galaxy TV and download Galaxy Television app right there. To watch us live, all our live programs on Galaxy, you can watch it from the app. As usual, like I said, today is quite different, and we are close to the weekend. I'm super excited. I have with me Covenant. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Rose Blossom. Good morning, our dear viewers. I mean, trust me, I'm also super excited because we are close to the weekend. I'm going to take my time to really rest. Anyways, my name is Covenant, aka the Lagos Girl, and you are officially welcome to the Women's Corner. Rose Blossom said it's going to be different today. Yes, it is going to be different today. So, anticipate, relax, and enjoy yourself with us on the show today.
So today is going to be interesting. But first, as usual, before we introduce the guest for today, the guest has an immediate or emergency doctor's appointment, but hopefully you should be able to join us on set. You know, sometimes you just can't plan how the day would go for you. Some things happen, but of course you just have to embrace yourself. Anyways, let's go for, because we're talking about redefining beauty standard. Of course, we know what beauty is when it comes to the normal social media, where you have people with the big boobs, you have people with a big back, and everybody having the hourglass, the figure eight, and you know, you seem spotless. Some go as far as what do they call that thing?
BBL?
No, not even BBL. That injection, I've forgotten. Liposuction. Different things just to suck up the fat and, you know, shaping the face in a particular way. That's the beauty everybody's trying to get right now. Trust me. You see someone who was, I'm sorry, you know, flat from behind before, and after 2 years of you like, where did you go? So what did you do? But anyways, we are redefining beauty standard today. We're making you understand that beauty is from within and it's not just about what you see outside. So let's quickly go for a tip, and this one is rediscovery. There's a self-discovery, a process of discovering yourself, knowing yourself, how you can be yourself. But trust me, there is another process where you need to rediscover yourself, and that's when you feel like you're losing value, you're losing respect, you're losing what you stand for, or you feel like you're becoming to please people rather than, you know, pleasing yourself. Self-love first. It does not mean you're selfish. It means that you could be a lot of things, like changing your personality, because if someone feels like your personality is too strong, it's too soft, it's too in between, trust me, you need to rediscover yourself. And when you rediscover yourself, trust me, people will blend. They will adjust to you. Believe you me. So far you're not toxic, so far you're not coming up too strong, and so far you are not you're not perceived as being rude or arrogant. Trust me, when you rediscover yourself, you get better, and everybody would adjust. So let's quickly go for a tip on self-rediscovery, and when we come back, we'll be listing out some things from there, and you know, explain just a little bit of those things when we come back to the studio. So of course, let's quickly go for the tip. We'll be right back to the studio to continue the program. Stay with us.
Tips on self-discovery. Our busy routines rarely give us time to consider what kind of life we actually want. It can be hard to find the space to discover and become our most authentic selves. However, there are endless benefits that make taking the time worth it. If you're wondering how to begin self-discovery, know that the first step is making a commitment. Your journey will require you to focus, take action, and prioritize your needs. Remember, you can't make a change without putting in the work. Self-discovery is the process of understanding your true self, your values, your needs and wants, even what food you like and dislike. You might have naturally learned some of these things about yourself over time. Yet, for a lot of people, we have a way of losing touch with our values and hiding our own motivations and preferences, even from themselves. Going deeper into self-discovery can transform your life. Tips you can follow to learn how to discover yourself. Work to be your best self each day, no matter what you're doing. Take risks and try new things. Hone in on your passions and what makes you excited. Understand your strengths and consider how to apply them in every circumstance. Start journaling your thoughts so you can reflect on them later. Make sure you surround yourself with people who support you. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Think back to your childhood and connect with your inner child again. Be curious and ask questions. Build habits that support your personal growth and goals. Practice positive self-talk and reward yourself for your wins. 7 elements of self-discovery. Zero in on what gives you energy and what zaps your energy. Visualize the person you want to be. Follow where your passions and interests lead you. Let go of your inner critique and any self-doubt and replace this narrative with words that support your values, strengths, and aspirations. Choose a life of meaning and be purposeful with yours. Choose a life of meaning and be purposeful with your actions. Be proud of your power, grit, and resilience during challenging times. Benefits of self-discovery. Number 1, your relationships will thrive. Number 2, you will experience less self-criticism. Number 3, you'll feel more creative. Number 4, you'll have a better ability to focus on what you truly want. And number 5, your self-confidence will increase.
You're welcome back. Yes, you're still watching Women's Corner. Of course, those are the tips for self-rediscovery. And trust me, it's very important when you rediscover yourself. That cannot be overemphasized.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, what are the first few things you picked from this tip?
Oh, well, so while the tip was going on, I had to intentionally jot things down because I'm not perfect. Everybody needs to discover themselves over and over and over. So I wrote a few things down. In fact, I wrote like 5 different things down. So the first I wrote is prioritizing my needs, right? I wrote prioritizing my needs because, to be very honest, I've always cared enough for people and not, and just give myself less care. Like, I feel like, okay, I could do all right. But then it's not bad to look out for people or to put your family first or to put other people first. But I think this year I want to be intentional about prioritizing my needs. And I think I'm also going to be very practical when it comes to prioritizing my needs. Like, I know that, okay, for me to, if I'm going to appear in places, I need to look some type of way, right? So I'm intentionally going to fix my wardrobe. Right, I'm intentionally going to do all of those things. So that's prioritizing my needs, and also other things that I'll still, write down and then do them. The other thing I wrote is to work to be your best self each day. Every single day I learn, even if it's small. I know that I learn, so I'm going to always work to be my best self each day. I don't want to say everything. Should I say everything right now, or let me keep?
No, of course you can say everything.
All right.
Much as you picked from.
Yeah, and also the one that stood out for me is practicing positive self-talks. Trust me, a lot of humans, a lot of people, when they are not getting things right, sometimes, and I fall in that category. Sometimes when I'm not doing something right, I'm like, Covenant, really? Why are you thinking like this? And I say that you don't have sin, something like that. I try to, because I'm supposed to do this thing right, but I'm not doing it right. So why am I also, saying negative things about myself when I can say, okay, Kavi, you didn't do this right. you are going to do it better. Trust me, you're the best in this. Okay, so calm down and give yourself your accolades. So I need to learn to practice positive talks now. I mean, regularly, constantly, because the more I practice it, what I say with my mouth is what I become. I mean, somebody say hallelujah.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Please go on, please go on.
Oh my God. And also understanding my strength, understanding my capabilities, understanding that, okay, you know what, I have strength in this, and you know what, this, I would not say weaknesses. I would only say I have weaknesses if only I'm not trying. If I'm trying to be better, trust me, I don't think I'll be weak at anything. But understanding my strength, and once I've understood my strength, take for example TV presentation. Okay, to a large extent, of course, I mean me. Rather than being a TV presenter and I'm pouring my energy into something that is not, I mean, something else. Do you get? So that's it for me. What about you?
Okay, well, I had to put down a whole lot. Well, I wasn't even putting them down for myself. I was putting them down for people. Okay. Because sometimes, you know, when you hear them, some people will listen to the voice and forget the message. And some people just listen and they are not really digesting what was being said. So for me, like you said, you said a lot of things, which one of the things I also did jot down, but for time's sake, I'm just going to breeze in and skip the ones you talked about. Now, the one I noticed is when you make mistake, you have to learn to move on. Some people make mistakes and they dwell on it.
And they judge themselves
and
criticize.
They beat themselves up, which also boils down to always give yourself this positive talk. It will always build your confidence. And true. You also have to have people who talk positive about you. Trust me, if you have people who talk negative about you, you know, in front of you or behind you, it's going to be a very big problem for you.
It would be true.
Because, trust me, there's no human that hears something negative about them and feel good. No way. So you won't feel good. You feel so bad. You feel maybe alone or something. But if you surround yourself with people who are positive about you, intentional about you, trust me, I think that would also make you understand that you can always make mistakes and move on and learn from it. So that's one. Also, journal your thoughts. Sometimes we could have a thought, a passing thought, and you think, oh, this is a good idea. I never thought about this. And we feel that we're so good enough and perfect, we do not jot it down. We forget about it. And trust me, you see those little notes? When you pick your journal one day and you go through them, you'll be like, wow, so I wrote all these things down. So it's going to be amazing if we can actually journal. And I always advise people, always have a diary. A diary is not where you say, hey, diary, so I cooked rice this morning. No, that's not what we're saying. But then about those significant things that happened to you that day. Those things you do not want to forget in a year time or in a month time. Now, when you go back and see these things, you'll be like, oh, wow. So I wrote this. Maybe I need to work on these things again. So it's very important. And also, you have to hone your passion, which is the same thing. You have to also work to be your best self. You must always try to be your best. I do not know, maybe hone your passion, be creative, and trust me, if you can even do all of these things, you'll be more creative with any little thing that comes your way. Trust me, because at that point your mind is relaxed. You've seen yourself in maybe the best light as you can at that point, which of course you can still be better, and it will help you. And also you have to build habits that will give you this confidence, this positive, because trust me, it's one thing to make mistakes, it's one thing to build good character and habits. If you have a bad habit, you will never have positive talks about yourself. Trust me, you're always like, hey, you have messed up again. Oh, why did I do this? But if you build a strong, good habit or character or attitude to things, I think it will be able to help you scale through a lot of challenges. Because trust me, those challenges will come. They want to break you, mar you, destroy you. You know, you probably want to brood for a longer time when you're supposed to be happy. But trust me, if you can build those habits, I think one of those habits will also help you to get out of those problems or challenges or mess you have put yourself into. Or people, because trust me, sometimes you're not the one putting yourself into it. You probably just have some very amazing, annoying people around you, and you end up doing things you'll be like, so I can't do this type of thing. So you did that. Trust me, you did it, not because it was somewhere inside of you. Everybody has everything inside of them, but because of the kind of people you have around you, they tend to push out that thing, and you find out that, but this is not me before, how come I got here? So yes, build those habits, and it's very important. Then you have to let go of those self-criticism, those ones that you sit down on your own, just like you said.
Yeah.
Can you no get sense? So how you go do this kind? Honestly, stop talking to yourself that way. Instead, you be like, oh, I could have done it right. Be positive about the mistakes. In fact, you always make mistakes, but you can actually be better with
Exactly.
it. And trust me, it will build your self-confidence. It will make you more focused, and of course, it will give you one of the most creative mind. Take for example these kit makers.
Yeah.
I don't think any one of them have come out to say I'm very creative when I'm down, or when I'm moody, or when something wrong is happening to me. No, they only get creative when
They're happy and all of that.
they are relaxed. So it is one of those important things that we need to put. So I guess with these few points of view,
We've been able to convince and not to confuse you.
that Jesus is Lord.
Oh my God.
That is good, actually. Actually, it's good to rediscover yourself. If you feel like I've discovered myself before now, I know who I am. No, keep rediscovering yourself. See, we have. I don't know. I feel like a woman is a very big book, like this tall.
We're just mysterious. You
very
just
mysterious.
unpack
But trust
every
me,
day.
when they give you that book and you're like, okay, I want to read about a woman. I want to know who. Okay, let's say confidence.
Yeah.
I want to know who confidence is, and the book is from here to here.
Yeah.
And I want to know who confidence. And you open that book, you see empty, because you cannot even know. Even she, have you know yourself finished?
I don't know myself finish.
In the next 2 years, she does not know who she's gonna be. Who she's gonna
Exactly,
become.
right?
The thing is, there is a drive. There's
Yeah.
a push to. I want to be this kind of person. But trust me, in next 2 years, she'll be like, I remember those times. That's why you hear people talk about the glory of the past. Like, those times, and if you see me, you know. But trust me, it will only get better.
Yeah.
Anyway, while we wait for our guests to join in, we should go for another self-intentional act, and this is self-care. You have to take care of yourself. Like I said,
exactly.
you taking care of yourself, people will call it selfish. Don't care. I'm saying this from my heart. If you care too much about people, you will lose yourself. You won't even discover yourself. And trust me, you walk in the shadows of a lot of people.
Right.
You try to please a lot of people. And when you do that,
Trust me, you can't even please anyone. When you're trying to please this set of people, other people will be
another
like, "You're not
person will come.
pleasing me.
Yeah.
So are you going to kill? Please."
you understand? You see some
Don't be
persons,
that
you know,
person this
you
year.
know, take for example, you're so calm, you're so nice,
Yeah.
people, you're jovial, you're playful, and some people will just come in and be like, "What's this one? She's just everywhere. She's just everywhere. What's that?" And you just start getting this against. Then you now want to probably like
Be
consider and just be calm. Then the people that know you as a playful person, like, "What's wrong? I like you when you're cheerful." My darling, do you?
Please.
Self-care is important. It helps you have a very good mental state.
It's true.
Very good mental state. Trust me. Anyways, let's go for tips on self-care. And when we come back, hopefully, I hope Pev Margaret is supposed to join us on the show today. We'll be on so she can talk a little bit about redefining beauty. And remember, this is redefining beauty standard. We are not talking about the body. We're talking about the inside.
The inside,
because
the mind,
all the inside
everything.
that comes to the
Come
open.
on, beauty is in the eyes of the.
In the eyes of the beholder. Not that you can say my eye.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, let's go for tips on self-care, and we'll be right back to the studio to continue the. Stay with us.
Tips on self-care. Self-care is about looking after your physical and mental health to achieve and maintain a good quality of life. But some of us neglect our own needs. This is because we prioritize other people's needs over our own, especially when we care for someone else. Or we do not have the time for self-care, or we feel too guilty or tired to take care of our own needs. Here are 7 ways to build self-care into your routine. 1. Stay active. Keep active within your own limits. This could be swimming or going to the gym, exercising at home, walking, running, or trying a new sport. Number 2. Improve your sleep routine. If you're not sleeping well, you may benefit from making lifestyle changes. Eating your last meal of the day earlier and avoiding caffeine and screens in the evening may help. A regular, calming bedtime routine, listening to relaxing music, reading or breathing exercises can help you wind down. Number 3. Practice mindfulness. Learn to take some pauses in your daily life. This is when you stop doing and practice being. You can try mindfulness meditation that involves noticing what you're sensing and feeling in the moment without any judgment. Do something creative. The pressure of everyday responsibilities can make it easy to overlook creative interest and skills. Think about reconnecting with something you loved when you were younger or had time more for it. Drawing, painting, music, dancing or singing in a choir can all be relaxing and energizing. And if done as a group activity, they can offer the chance to make new friends and gain a feeling of belonging. Number 5. Make time for friends and family. Set aside time to see friends and family, share experiences and have fun. Number 6. Take regular breaks. Try to avoid taking too much on. Have an early night when you feel tired. Instead of scrolling on your phone, you could try relaxing activities such as a long bath or listening to your favorite music. If you work, rethink the belief that you always have to push through. Take regular annual leave and sick leave if needed. If you have caring responsibilities, arrange respite care and learn to ask others for help. Number 7. Try taking therapy. You can see therapy as a lasting investment in yourself. Among other benefits, a therapist can help you learn how to be kind and passionate to yourself and can help you understand what your self-care needs are and how to meet them.
Okay, all right, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner. Okay, Private Margaret, right now, I hope she's feeling good because she has not been able to respond, but hopefully, I know, even if it's just 5 minutes, we'll have her on our Zoom right now joining the program, hopefully. But anyways, let's just move on. We just talked about self-care, and like I said, it cannot be overrated. Trust me. You just have to keep doing those things for yourself. Take care of yourself. You know, some that say, "I'm spending too much money on yourself." Don't allow next of kin to come and spend your money the way you want. So spend it as yourself. I listed just about 4 things, which is very important for the self-care, and that is making time for family and friends. And trust me, that's important. I used to think family, once I see their call, we know what it is. Just chat me up, I will respond. But I realize sometimes, you know, sitting with them, not just your friends,
your family,
because we tend to always hang around friends
more.
Yeah, friends, even the ones that are not even our friends.
We just want to hang out.
We just want to hang out, you know, just be there. But trust me, when you're with your family, you get to see them for who they are, because trust me, they've grown, they've changed. Something has changed, the way they think, the way they relate. You know, you probably see, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe the last child of your mother.
Yeah.
Maybe she or he is this kind of person that doesn't hug or play or says, "I love you." And the next time, maybe after 3 years, you decide to sit together, and you find out that once he or she sees you, she comes to hug you, and she'll be like, "I love you, I've missed you." And you'll be like, eh? So she can actually say this, or he can say this. So there are some things that they are changed, you know. Things are happening around them too, and they're changing, they're getting better. So you will now find out that, oh, I've missed them actually. You want to spend time with them. And even if it's your immediate family, your wife, your kids, trust me, that child that you think only knows how to eat godimo, you find out that when that child opens his or her mouth to talk to you, you'll be like, when did my child get this smart? Trust me, because there is change. They are growing, they are seeing things, they are hearing things, they have people just as you are. So you have to learn to spend time with friends and family. But for you, really, do you prefer to spend time with your friends or your family?
To be very honest, sometimes I prefer to spend time with my family. Most times I prefer to spend time with my friends, because families are the ones that will annoy you to your bones. You know, I was laughing when you mentioned something about family, the whole "I love you" thingy. I told my brother, I think it was last week, "Israel, I love you so much." He just said, "God forbid, what's that?" If you The guy is so violent. I'm like, what? I'm telling you, but am I not supposed to love you? I'm your sister. He said, if you mention love again, I will. I'm like, why do brothers always do this to sisters?
Oh my word.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy. But let me just share mine is elder brother. But you know, then just the way you say yours, it's the same thing. Then he's older. So like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I love you. Thank you so much. Be like, I even learned it from him.
But why? Why do they do that?
Because I give you money. But come off my face. You know that kind of thing. And they'll just take you out. But now that he's not around, and we do not even know when next we're going to see.
Yeah.
So whenever I call him like, hey bro, I miss you. It's been a long time. I love you. He's always so like, oh, I miss you. I'm like, hey, so you miss me? Like, yes, you know those times. I remember those times you come to my room, you will sneak, you will do this. I'm like, oh, so you remember all those times? But because distance is, of course, over 7 seasons, 7 whatever mountains, definitely you cannot just come and I cannot just go. So we now reminisce on those things and, you know, we love up again. And you'll be like, you know, then even when I ask him for something, money, he'll first, you know, ton, he will not answer me. But now, once I even ask, the next thing is, which bank? You know, you understand?
Can we exchange brothers, please? Come and help me work on my brother.
Because he now knows that, I miss you. Then to him, he was being stressed.
Yeah.
To him, he was like, why is your skin like, what is wrong with you? But now you look at it like, you will now understand from a different perspective, especially now that he has a wife and of course a kid. And you'll be like, oh, now I now understand how these women feel. Because he's now better for him because he was even able to do a bit better than compared to now. So now he knows how to handle everything. In fact, sometimes when I ask him about a scenario, the advice he gives, when I share it in the office, they'll be like, this is your brother, I beg. Can we have his number? Like, I want to talk to him. And that is all growth.
That's
and that's
so
all change. Do you understand? So it's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Well, for me, if you not ask me, I'll answer.
Please, what about you?
Okay, to be honest, I'm more of a person, if I want to really, really be honest, if I am married or in a relationship, I'd rather spend it with my family or my spouse. If I'm in a relationship, I'd rather spend it with my spouse. Do you understand? But if, okay, no spouse, it's just me and I have friends and family, I would rather be alone. Because like you said, those family, yes, they are not like that. Oh, they will just with you, they will play with you, and sometimes they will throw some basketball, bullets, which is nice. But friends at the same time, sometimes I feel like, are they for real? Yeah, they are friends, they are good people, but let's just talk and let's just go. So I don't really want to just hang out. I just want to be home, you know, think, press my phone, watch movies, read a book. I can like to search. Google is my friend. I don't know. I can like to make research. So I just feel more comfortable in my own space. So now they said make time for family. How is it beautiful? They said should make time for friends and family.
We'll start making. We'll do better.
That's the only way we can have self-care. Yeah. So, because we need love from external people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, they said take a break. I know you wanted to say something on that one, so please go ahead. You wanted to say that. You've always
funny how I also wrote that as that's taking a break. But do you think, I don't know why I'm answering this with asking you a question. When you're having to work every day, do you think the break that you need is visible, would be visible? Do you think, I mean, because what do you think actually? If you're having to work every day and then you need to take a break, how would you even balance the both of them? How would you balance them?
Oof, well,
it's a hard one, yeah.
Taking a break and what exactly?
Let's say you work every day, let's say Monday to Fridays or Monday to Saturdays, and you actually need to take a break because, also that you do not break down. So taking a break, what kind of break, first of all, when you work every day, not wanting your job to suffer, what kind of break would you have to take? Is it the breaks after work, you just have to, put everything aside and rest? Or breaks, if you're working in a week, if you're working, let's say 5 times a week, you take out 1 day or 2 days to rest. What kind of break would you advise?
I hope Uncle Steve is not watching this episode.
Please.
So I'm just going to be careful what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, from my research, when they tell you take a break, they will always tell you, even if it means that you have to take a sick leave and you're not sick, fling your hand, he's watching. Even if you have to, take a sick leave, knowing you're not sick, but it's not like you're sick physically, you can't move your body, but you feel like upstairs,
Yeah,
you're
you just
overwhelmed.
need to rest.
There are a lot of things you need to have a rest. And when I mean rest, it's not that maybe you have a party, that's why you're taking a break. No, you just want to be home
And do nothing
in your
and
bed,
just
do
rest.
nothing, not think, just be there. Trust me, if you do that even for a day, sometimes it happens like that. You do that for a day and you already miss work, you already miss whatever, you feel renewed. When you come back, there's this excitement. Everybody, hey,
Right.
they will even tell you on that one day. Some people say, yeah, you're glowing, or you've added weight.
Exactly, to be very honest.
What do you mean? How can somebody add weight in one day? The person just relaxed the mind.
Yeah.
There's no blowing up, no packing of emotions, and you're puffing up inside, but you're holding yourself. Just come put yourself. I'm at work.
You're at work.
But trust me, you just need to expose. Sometimes some people have gone through a lot of emotional discomfort, and some people just want to be alone and cry. My father would say it's good to lock up yourself sometimes and cry.
Just cry.
That tears need to come out. He will tell you, even if you don't want to cry, let me tell you another thing, which of course is saying that because of my kind of person. Say, you know, you like health. It will help you flush all the dirty things in your eyes and all of that, because that way is the only way I can actually, okay, maybe I should just cry it out. But trust me, crying out relieves you of some emotions. You get, your shoulder becomes a bit free. You just have to let that tear out. If you do not, hey, I don't know, I've seen men whereby not, just normal usual conversation, and before you know, they are crying
down,
like breaking. And trust me, it's not that they are weak, it's not that they are strong,
They've
it's
just
not that
held up too much.
they've held it too much, and they just need to pour. After that point, trust me, what the next thing the guy is doing, I'm like, wait, now you don't break down. It's amazing.
I think crying is even medicinal, because it just makes you feel so relaxed immediately.
It's not like you're crying out of pain or frustration. You're
just letting it out.
Just letting it out.
Brethren, cry today. For in this context,
please, let
if
me
you
tell
have
you
to,
our office address, 25 Community Road, off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos.
Goodness.
Her name is Covenant, and she's wearing a black dress.
Oh, no, now don't do this to me.
So you can just come and look for Covenant. We'll open the gates for you. She said cry.
If you have
What kind of advice is that?
No, now in
It's
this
the way you said cry,
context,
brethren.
knowing that crying is medicinal, trust me, you just have to.
That's the worst advice, okay? Well, I understand what you're trying to say.
Okay.
But you see, when you said it was as if drink water, which is very normal.
Don't mind me.
Cry. How about some people cry and they can't stop crying?
Oh my goodness.
There are some people that need, when you have to do this crying, some people are not strong enough. They have to have someone around them, and they are crying, they're asking questions, even though the person have no answers to that.
You just need that person around.
Just the person, and that person calms you down, and you hold hands and you pray, and that's it. Or even if you don't pray, I don't know how you sort your thing, you do it, but trust me, prayer also helps. So taking that break, yes, like I said, either sick leave or you take your normal leave, or during the weekend, your off days, put it in your mind that that is your break. And do what you need to do on that day.
Very true.
I'm not saying wash your dirty clothes or wash the dirty plates, or that's when you need to clean the house. Trust me, you're adding more stress to yourself. And that's not self-care. See, sometimes I call my friends, I call them, I beg, when they come, bring the children. They'll be like, why? You get work, Abby.
Wow, auntie.
So the kids, of course, they love me and they always want to come around and they'll be like, oh, we're going to Auntie Blossom. And of course, they are doing this. And they, no, don't touch this one. No, I can't do it. They do everything. They help you clean and everything. And the mom will be like, just let them cuckoo stay, because I don't think you even need me. You just wanted me to bring them.
Honestly.
And of course, they go and we stay. Probably they stay the night, 2 nights. And I'm talking with children because I need a break from adulthood.
From adulthood.
So they make you feel like a child. You play some things, you say some things, you watch some things with them. That is a break.
That is so beautiful.
And trust me, after that, I never see any picking where we say idea around. They'll say, I'm not going to Auntie Blossom. No, in fact, they'll tell their mom, are we going to Auntie Blossom?
Hope if as they are doing the work, you are feeding their tummy, because I'm sure they love it.
No, trust me.
Food? Let me come and help you wash plates.
Food, I will not eat. I might not eat, but you see, I will cook what you want. What do you want? Okay, should I buy it? I will give you. If it's food, no, you cannot starve around me. Trust me, I will fill you up. Even if it's 12 midnight, you want us to eat, will we eat that?
Well, how about watching your weight?
Which
I mean,
weight?
watching their weight.
Which are they? What? They are kids. Don't worry. They'll watch their weight when they grow up. Anyways,
Oh my
another
God.
extra too is mindfulness. I do not know how to really explain this, but I just think I'll just put it to one, being mindful of what you do, what you
Yeah.
say, how you do what you do, and how you say what you say. I think when you're mindful of those things, it helps you take care of yourself. I don't know. I feel like that. But do you think there's another thing to that?
Yeah, for mindfulness, I think it also, yes, what you said is correct. But I'd also think that when someone says that you should be mindful, it means that you should, at that point, you should let all the voice, just focus on yourself. Not focus on yourself like, okay, I want to prioritize my needs, I want to do this. Sometimes when you're being mindful, you sit down, you meditate, you don't allow, you know, noise from your head, from your mind, from, you know, everywhere, you know, cloud up you. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's just you being mindful at that point. I'm very sure
Okay.
mindfulness has a definition, but maybe before the end of the show we could just, you know, share
okay,
it.
let me ask this. Is this being mindful?
Yeah.
Let's say in an office setting, and
Yeah.
of course, you know, there's always this side talks and small talks, and people would always talk. Trust me, if nobody's talking about you, start causing me a lot of trouble. People need to talk about you.
They
to be
need
honest.
to.
If they don't talk about you, you're not relevant.
But now the problem is the things that they will be saying
no,
are
that's
they
the
going to be
thing.
negative?
You
or
cannot
positive?
control what
True.
people
Very
say
true.
about
Very
you.
True.
Everybody has said that. You cannot
Very
control
true.
what people say about you. But at the same time, most importantly, even
Yeah.
if you cannot control what people say about you, do not allow what you've heard about what people said about you. Hey, that English, does it work?
Don't worry,
If it
enter
don't work.
sister.
Don't bother about what you
Yeah.
heard they said. Do you understand? Don't flip up. Don't get angry. Don't get pissed out. I don't know who. I will not even, because you are going to, there's an image I have of that person.
Yeah, and you're going to
ruin it.
taint,
Yes,
exactly.
you taint that image. And trust me, no matter how much I want to be nice, it will still affect how I look at that
Yes.
person. Some way, somehow.
Yeah, very true.
So I would rather not hear. So far I have not seen, and I've not, the person has not been caught or been brought to book. Trust me, maybe the person is dealing with you the way you are, you know, presenting yourself, to the person, because you hear, he's so rude, he's so arrogant, and trust me, you'll be like, this guy has never been arrogant to me, he has never been rude to me. So you
I feel like
wonder.
when people say all of these things, it's just the perspective they have of that person. So if you
Exactly.
have your own perspective, just move
keep
with
it
your
to
perspective.
yourself and don't move. And maybe the person is even lying.
Oh my God.
Maybe the person
Yeah.
is not really. Maybe the person just envy what you and that person
Share,
have.
exactly.
And they will just want to. Some people can jump head in. Anyways, let's move on. Also, we have to be very, very active. We have to be active. It's very important that you don't just remain docile. You're at work, you just want to sit down and press your phone, you just want to sleep. Be active. Even when you're home, be active.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing. The only time I feel you should not be active is when you're about to go to bed.
Yeah.
Just go to bed and sleep. Don't be
Yeah,
active.
exactly.
Yeah. But any other time, be active. Let people know you as someone who is very active. I'm going to stop talking right now because our time is now. But I know you have
Okay, yes.
something
So,
to say.
about mindfulness,